So a question I get asked all the fucking time is how did I actually get started in the online space? And today I want to break down my entire journey because I feel like a lot of content creators that make money online, they like to hide, things that they used to do. They like to hide the fact that they failed in a bunch of different things. They lie about how much money they made, all that sort of shit. And I just want to be transparent and just real and just raw as fuck. Like no edits on this video whatsoever. I just really want to share my journey, my mindset, things that I've tried in the past that I've realized, okay, fuck, that wasn't for me. Maybe it is for you. Like I'm not even trying to say that you have to do exactly what I do. I just want to give my input. So this is basically how I went from pretty much this guy right here, working construction, and I was broke as fuck. I was working, 50, 60 hours a week, making really like 4K a month, 5K a month. And yeah, I didn't really like my job that much, if I'm being honest. I was only really doing my apprenticeship because I didn't really know what else to do with myself. I always knew school wasn't for me. University was not an option. In Australia, if you don't know, if you don't like school, then you're dumb as fuck and go work with your hands, go into a trade. So that's what I did. I always knew it wasn't for me. I just stuck with it for a few years. And yeah, whole time I knew there was other options out there. I was just very fearful and trying other things. So I actually do talk to a lot of you guys, and you're like, "Fuck, man, I'm scared to take a risk or to make a change in my life." But I felt the same way. I just pretty much got sick of this spot. I got sick of just being broken and realized if I stuck in the same situation, where am I going to get? Like I'm just going to stay in the exact same spot. So I went from this guy right here to this guy, not trying to put myself on a fucking pedestal or anything. I'm not the richest, wealthiest motherfucker out there. I make some decent money, upwards of, at least 10K a month, upwards to like 20. So I average like 10 to 20, sometimes 30K a month. So I don't make a lot of money. I'm not going to sit here and say that, you got to listen to my advice, but yeah, I've been able to, be able to travel, be able to make money just from my laptop, just from my phone. I flew first class. Not saying I can afford first class on a daily or a regular basis. I kind of splurged, all right? The flight was 15 grand, so chill. I'm not that guy. Yeah, I'm still fucking working my way up, all right? But I basically went from, this guy right here to this guy, and I'd say about 12 months, all right? 2024 was the year I was like, fuck doing construction. Let me figure out a way to make money online. And this was January 2025 when I really started getting some real big wins, making some real good money and being able to just travel and actually experience the freedom, right? Because I could have never done any of this if I stayed in the same spot or stayed in construction. So, so I kind of want to start off with what the fuck did I try in the start? And you can already see this guy's face. Andrew motherfucking Tate. If it wasn't for him, love him or hate him, if it wasn't for this guy, I tell you what, I would have never looked into the online space. I would have never had, I suppose, the mindset I have now. I don't agree with everything he says, all right? I'm not a misogynist. But I will say, without this motherfucker, I would not be here today. Okay, so Andrew Tate, the first thing I ever came across was the real world. I think it was called Hustlers University at that time when I tried it. And I honestly didn't get very far. But this was the first thing I tried. It's like 50 USD a month. It's not bad for honestly what you get out of those $50 a month. But I never really found it was enough to get anywhere, to be honest. But yeah, that was the first thing I ever tried. Second thing was SMMA. Now, I tried SMMA. I actually made a little bit of money, had like 2 clients, and it just didn't go very well. I was also doing it with a couple other mates. And yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest realization I came to SMMA was the fact that the freedom, right? I was looking into the online space and I was like, I want fucking freedom. I want to be able to do whatever the fuck I want when I want, right? And I knew that I couldn't do that with SMMA because if you don't know what that is, your job, your business, and you help other businesses get more leads or, just generate more lead flow and make them more money in return, right? Now, an SMMA is pretty much, in my opinion, like a glorified employee because you're kind of at the feet of your clients. If you lose your clients, you make no money, right? So I don't know. That's just sort of my take. That's been a lot of other people's takes as well when I've spoken to other people trying to get into the, SMMA, starting their own agency and stuff like that. Like, it's also just a lot of work. There's a lot of things that go into it. But yeah, I honestly just realized that it wasn't for me. I did buy Iman Gadzhi's course. It was like $2,000. No hate to Iman, but it was shit. But yeah, honestly, realized after a couple months in it, 4 or 5 months, I was like, this is fucking shit. I'm not doing SMMA. Next thing I looked into. So I obviously just talked about I want freedom. I want fucking quick money. I want a lot of it, right? And I looked into crypto because that's where people can make a lot of fucking money in a very short period of time. I had that thinking process where I was like, all right, I just want to be rich overnight. I want to be rich overnight. How can I make money as quickly as possible? And I honestly realized that is the fucking wrong way to think about it. A lesson I learned from this whole experience is that you can make a lot of money really quickly, but you can also fucking lose it really quickly, right? The thing is, when you make quick money, it's most likely luck, right? Yeah, maybe you put $10, $100 on Diddy coin, like some Solana coin, right? Yeah, you maybe made $1 million overnight. Congrats. But how did you make that money? It was fucking luck. It was completely luck. So yes, you got that money, but then what? What are you going to put your money into? What are you going to do? It's literally like when you win at the pokies, like the slots. I don't know if you're Australian, you call it the pokies, but if you win the grand jackpot, what do people most likely do with that money? Even if it's 20, 30, 50K, right? It's a lot. That's a decent amount of money, right? Imagine you won 50K. What do most people do? They do absolutely fuck all with it. Why? And when I say fuck all, I mean beers, fucking bags, drugs, buying a car that they don't need. Like, they just don't spend it well. My point is when you make quick money with zero to low effort, you start spending it like it meant nothing to you, like you never had it, because you never had to work for it, so you never actually see the true value of the money. Most people, when they make a lot of money or they win the lottery, they literally go broke in, I swear it's like, I forgot the statistic, it's like 1 or 2 years. They go broke. They go from normal 9 to 5 worker to $1 million overnight to 1 year later they got fucking nothing to show for it. So my point is, yes, you can make a lot of money in crypto, but it ain't gonna fucking last, bro. You don't actually learn anything. So I won't lie, it was a bit of a learning curve for me. I lost a bit of money in crypto, and I just realized it's no way to make good money consistently. Like, you're not gonna make 10K months with crypto, right? You're just gonna get lucky here and there, and that's really it. Now, that's not to say that long-term investments in crypto isn't good, okay? That's still a very good way to make money, but that's when you get to a point where you already have a lot of money and you just want it to compound, right? You don't want it to sit in a bank account and just do fuck all, right? You want it to sit in, say, like Apple, and it just fucking keep growing, right? Obviously, that's not crypto, but you get what I'm saying, right? The only way crypto, in my opinion, is good is if you already have money, you already have savings, and you just chuck it in there, okay? Moving on. Crypto, kind of gay, all right? Fuck crypto. Lastly, all right, now I actually put dropshipping off for a little while because in my head I was always like, too oversaturated, fuck that. And yeah, I ended up trying it. It still works, okay? But yeah, like it is kind of washed, I'll be honest. Like, it used to be a lot easier, a lot better, but it's kind of washed right now. Ads are a lot more expensive. Everything's just fucking crazy, right? But in saying that, I was actually able to make some pretty decent money. That being motherfucking 10K in 2 weeks. Now, I actually didn't finish that month because my ad account got fucking banned, which meant I didn't make any money for the rest of the month. But I did make 10K in 2 weeks. Okay, revenue. That's not bad. I only made 10K for the month, but in 2 weeks, if everything went well, I could have made more, right? But 10K in 2 weeks with the drop shipping, here's the catch, right? Drum roll, please. This is how much money I actually made, right? That was gay. Sorry, I apologize. But I made $1,377.20 out of 10 fucking grand. Is that not absolutely fucking insane? Now, let's just have a quick little look-see. Drop shipping profit margins. 15 to 20% is your average drop shipping. Fuck me. It is your average profit margins for drop shipping is 15 to 20%. Okay, so we are above average. We're at nearly 24%. And that's fucking nothing, right? It's fuck all, okay? So, point is, drop shipping, it's kind of fucking washed. If you think about it, if I wanted to make 10K a month in drop shipping and average a, say, 25% profit margin, which is pretty good, I would have had to make 50K in a month. Which, if you look at this as well, I had to sell 229 orders to make 10K. So I would have literally had to sell nearly 1,000 orders to fucking make 50K to make 10K profit. So it was a little bit of a eye-opener for myself as well. But anyway, regardless, saw some success in pretty much all of the, besides crypto. I didn't really take any profit from crypto at all. But I saw success in a little bit of everything. The biggest thing I realized, right, was these motherfuckers. Okay, am I in the way? No. Luke Belmar, Andrew Tate, Iman Gadzhi, Jordan. I'm going to fucking forget his name. Jordan, I was going to say Belford, but his name's fucking Jordan, right? And he sells a dropshipping course. All these guys, okay, they all tell you to do crypto, or they tell you to fucking whatever, escape the matrix and make money online. They tell you to do SMMA, or they tell you to fucking start dropshipping, right? They all post content and they all build a personal brand, right? Every single one of them. And there's millions of other gurus out there, right? This is just like some of the big ones. They all post content. They all build their personal brand. And on the back end of that, they're selling a digital product, right? You got Luke Belmont, Capital Club. You got Andrew Tate, Hustlers University. You got Digital Launchpad, which is Iman Gadzhi's stuff. You got Jordan. Fuck me, I forgot his name. But he sells his own thing as well, right? They all sell a fucking digital product of some sort, even though they're telling you to go do crypto, or they're telling you to go do social media marketing agency or dropshipping or whatever, right? So that was a like holy fucking shit moment. I was like, I'm getting played. I'm the fucking method. So I looked more into actually posting content and then being able to sell a product on the back end of it, right? So what we called it was digital dropshipping. Okay, and let me break it down for you just to give you a better example. So, Kind Fit here, shout out Kind Fit, absolutely shredded motherfucker, as you can see. 500,000 followers, and he's built himself a pretty decent brand, right? What he's done is built that. Then he said, all right, well, I'm shredded as fuck. I know exactly how I did it because that's how I got here today. Let me teach other people how to do it, right? So, he has a product. He's got a fat loss nutrition plan. He's got a fucking muscle building nutrition plan. He's got hybrid training, and he sells programs on how to fucking do it. Because, I mean, he's got all the credibility there, right? So he simply built some sort of social media brand. Doesn't have to be a personal brand. He's put he's built a digital product on the back end of that, and then he's just simply promoting it with organic content. He's not even fucking paying for ads, right? He's literally just. He's just like, right, boys, here's how I got shredded as fuck. And then he like shows the different meals he's eating and stuff. And everyone watches it and they're like, holy fuck, like this guy knows what he's talking about. And then buys his shit. And it's genuinely as simple as that. 3 motherfucking steps. 3 steps. Obviously, that's his link in bio. People click on that. And that's how he makes some pretty good money. So that's the most basic way to explain it. But this is a whole fucking business model in itself. Digital dropshipping, whole different business model. Now, to break it down for you a little bit more, we're going to call the other one traditional dropshipping. Obviously, usually buying shit from AliExpress or Alibaba. And we'll call we'll call the other one digital dropshipping, where we're only selling digital stuff, right? Digital, whatever. Now, here's the motherfucking comparison, the play-by-play comparison, right? So With your traditional drop shipping, you get 10 to 20% profit margins on average, like I showed you on the fucking Google search. You're usually running paid ads. Most people are. You've usually selling cheap products. Well, like, actually, you're pretty much only selling cheap products, ranging from $5 to $50. And like I was saying on, when I was showing my dropshipping results, I had to sell 229 orders for me to make 10K revenue, right? So that's because the product cost is so cheap, right? I've got to sell a lot of it to make 10K a month or to make whatever, right? So cheap products, manufacturer issues. Obviously you're relying on cunts from China, you're relying on Alibaba, AliExpress. I mean, fuck, man, like if something happens at the warehouse, you're cooked. You're calling up, you're like, yo, Bing Chao Lao, where the fuck's my order? And little do you know, he's just gone. He's fucking scammed you, or like, who knows what the fuck's happening, right? Even with fulfillment and shipping, people could get their orders and they're broken or they're low quality, or like, there's endless amount of things that could be happening. Sorry, my fucking DoorDash came, but fulfillment and shipping, like you don't know what the fuck could happen. Products could get broken, things could shipment, like it comes late. You have no fucking control. Like there's a million and one different things that can go wrong with dropshipping, and because those things could potentially be broken or very late shipping, you're going to have a very high refund request rate, right? Because people aren't happy with their purchase, and again, you have no control over that. Last but not least, oversaturated market. Again, I honestly believe that nothing can be too oversaturated because everything works, right? Cunts are still making money off dropshipping, but it's definitely not what it used to be, right? Everything's a lot more expensive. There's a lot more scams out there. Yeah, whatever, right? Now, comparing that to digital dropshipping, the same sort of concept in a way. I mean, it's more like branded stuff in terms of digital dropshipping, but you got your 50 to 100% profit margins, right? It's a lot fucking higher. It's going to be 100% if it's your own product. Like, think about this, right? Kind Fit here, let me go back to him. How can this not be 100% profit? This man, he probably fucking created a workout routine from ChatGPT. It cost him absolutely nothing to set it up and put it in a nice PDF probably. Put a price tag on it and sell it for £20 a fucking purchase, right? That's 100% profit margins. Didn't spend a cent to make it. And even if he did, he spends the money once, and then from the rest of that point on, it's 100% profits. Like, digital products are fucking different, bro. They're completely different in terms of physical products. You can run organic marketing. That's how most people run it, is through organic stuff, like Kind Fit there. Obviously posting workout stuff. Higher ticket products as well. Now, I obviously showed you Kind Fit stuff is a lot lower ticket, but you can focus on more like higher ticket products that are digital, because with the high ticket digital stuff, you can sell information, right? You can sell information that'll potentially help someone, transform someone, and that's worth a lot more money. You're providing a lot more value than what you would be selling some shitty Chinese product with normal drop shipping. So you're also providing a lot more value to the customer, perhaps selling some sort of coaching, one-on-one, say fitness coaching, so you can get to a fat as fuck physique to shredded like Kyan over here, right? That's a lot more value than again, just maybe selling some sort of Chinese product, right? So you're providing a lot more value to customers. You got zero manufacturers other than yourself, unless you get someone else to create the product for you. You got instant delivery, right? Because they click the product and then they fucking get it, right? Easy as that. Zero refunds, which is also something that not everyone does, but most people do. for instance, like, yeah, you can pay for the coaching and you can come to an agreement. And if they want a refund, yes, you can put that in your contract and whatever. But at the end of the day, you don't have to charge refunds, correct? Because when they're about to buy it, they have all the details that they need to know about the product, right? So other than that, obviously just unsaturated, right? Not everyone's doing this. It's not as saturated as something like dropshipping, traditional dropshipping, I should say. And yeah, it's just a lot better experience, right? It's a lot newer. Now, I want to prove to you guys that this shit is possible by just showing you other people's results in a similar space, like doing the same shit, just selling digital products. So this is a community I'm a part of. It's called ABC. Now, we've got a couple of guys here from zero background, right? Zero background in the online space. It's completely brand new to them. And that's something you're going to fucking notice, right? Brody White here is from FIFO. He actually is he's like 26 years old, 27 years old. He worked as a chippy full time. So he went qualified. He was working as a chippy for about 8 years, realized the money wasn't worth it, went into FIFO so he could make more money. And then he realized like he had no freedom. So he moved into the online space and made his first 10K a month. And that's pretty much what he makes now, roughly 10 to 15K a month. Then you got Tavita, who is from NZ. He's from New Zealand. He's a barber, so no experience as well. Absolutely brand new coming into this space. Made his first 10K week in his, I think, second month, right? Just absolutely insane, leveraging his personal brand. And yeah, fucking literally no experience. Came from being a barber, right? And then Reese Roberts, kind of similar to Brody. He made his first 20K month, like 24K, but we'll say 20K a month. And he used to be a scaffolder. Same sort of thing with Brody. Obviously, you know, he was a scaffolder. And again, he just wasn't making as much money as he wanted to. Moved to FIFO to make more money. He was on like 3K a week. So he was making like 12K a month or something. Once again, though, absolutely zero freedom. So not really worth it for him. Made 24K in 4 weeks. And he's built his personal brand, right? So he's got two things there, right? Other than that as well, we've got like regular leaderboards that these are some of just the wins that these guys are making. So we got Marcel bringing in 10K USD every single week. Nelson, 10K USD every single week. This is translated to roughly $16,000, $17,000 in Australian dollars. So this is all USD. Tavita, 6.5K USD, which is roughly 10K NZ in his currency. 5,700, 4K, 3.6, 3.4, 2.9, 2.4, 2.4, right? Everyone across the leaderboard, it's a lot larger. But guys making some really good money, very, very consistent as well. So that's just to show you guys that this shit does work. Now, let me show you how you could get started in this for free. And it's easy as this, right? So quite literally, you find or create a digital product. Now you can use ones like ClickBank and Digistore to basically find yourself a product that you can affiliate with. These can be high ticket products, or actually I won't actually, but these will be high ticket products that, yeah, they couple grand. You be an affiliate for them. You can make a couple grand just selling them. They're not even yours. You didn't have to create it. You're just helping them market their product and sell their product pretty much. So that's a good option. PLR is a similar one. So you can like buy a product outright and use it as your own, customize it a little bit to your liking, to suit you a little bit more, and just sell it as your own for 100% profits. Etsy's the same. ChatGPT, Teachables, you can create your own product. So a lot of different options. And then what you need to do next is literally just find a website or a like landing page builder. Standstore is one I've used for ages that are really fucking easy to do. It's like super simple. Gumroad as well, super simple. Shopify, if you want to create like a proper website, so same as Wix, right? Same deal. And then promote the product, right? We said that, you know, we're not running paid ads here. We're just doing purely organic. So that's all you got to do, bro. Just post on TikTok, YouTube, and IG 3 times every single day at least. That's what I recommend. And yeah, get the best results that way. The thing is though, the more you post, the more potential customers that could buy it, right? So I think the more you post, the better, really. But make sure you post on all platforms, because you never know, right? You might have a video do dog shit on TikTok, but it do absolutely insane on Instagram, right? So you never fucking know. Moving on. Now, I want to it's one thing for me to say, okay, this is how to do it, but this is actually what I did. And I first started out selling low ticket digital products. So by definition, low ticket is anything between $100 to $200, right? Selling just digital products. Now, obviously, it's kind of similar to selling your normal dropshipping products from like AliExpress and stuff. Same sort of shit. Like, just low ticket just means cheap, right? So what I did, and this was a few months ago when I first started looking into just digital dropshipping in general, was, I pretty much just went on ChatGPT. I was like, give me a fucking list of different digital products that are considered low ticket. And I ended up picking workout programs, workout plans, because, I like to go to the gym a little bit myself. And I had a pretty good idea, right? I knew what kind of content I wanted to post because I went to the gym, I filmed myself at the gym, and just, that's how I was going to create content, right? So all I did was, to save myself time, go to ChatGPT, basically get them to create me a push-pull legs workout, and put it in a PDF, made it on Standstore. So this is Standstore right here, added like description and everything, simple as fuck. Chucked it on for $30. This cost me $0 to make, and I was able to make nearly $800 just selling this product, right? $0 startup fee, literally. Oh, actually, to be fair, I did pay for Standstore, the membership. Like, you need some sort of subscription to be able to use it. That's with most pages, right? So, okay, to be fair, paid the Standstore subscription fee, but okay, that was technically then like $700 in some change profit, right? And I had to sell it 26 times to make that amount of money. And then comparing it again, just to put this here, just to compare low ticket to high ticket products, I would have had to sell this product 333 times per month to make 10K a month, right? So keep that in mind. It was a realization I came to, was low ticket products are fucking dog shit. But this was just an example of me and how I first got started in selling just digital products in the first place. It was the first thing I ever tried, right? Now, something I realized was the higher the product, the more value it provides to a customer, the more money you can charge, the more money you can make, right? So I started looking more into mid-ticket digital products, which by definition is anything from $200 to $2,000. And pretty much just went on ChatGPT again, found that in-depth courses are one of the best ways to do that. Went on Etsy, looked up this course right here. So this helped people create content. Now, I already had a good understanding of how to actually create content. I already had like 5,000 followers. So I bought a course on basically how to create content, how to get good at creating content, pretty much, right? And this product right here had MMA rights, which meant I could buy this product and sell it as my own, customize it, and say pretty much this is my course, and it's going to teach you how to get good at posting content. So I started selling this. I bought this for $70. I sold it for $500, and then I was able to make $4,600 off basically. This is off Standstore again. So what's that? I bought it for $70. Standstore subscription is like $50. So let's just say it was $130 to start it up, and I ended up making $4,000. So over a $4,000 profit right there. Now, once again, just put this little statistic here. I would have had to sell to 20 people to make 10K a month, right? So keep that in mind. 20 people, like, that's literally, look at how much of a difference it is. You know, selling a low ticket, you had to sell fucking 300 to make your first 10K a month, opposed to selling only 20. And you're helping people, right? You're helping people create content. So that was step 2. In my mind, I was like, all right, fuck. The more expensive the product, the less work I need to do to make that money. So then I was introduced to high ticket products, which I think are by far the best. All right, this is what I recommend. This is what I did. but the whole process is a little bit different, right? He obviously look up ChatGPT, whatever, create a PDF file. It's just look on Etsy, buy someone else's product, sell it as your own. Simple ass shit. But when you're selling high ticket products, it's an entirely different process. Now, by definition, high ticket products are between $2,000 and over $10,000 fucking dollars. And when I say over 10,000, I mean like this shit can go up to like 50, 100 fucking thousand. It just keeps going up, right? But 10,000 is pretty common for high ticket digital products. Once again, looking up what are some examples. It's more like coaching programs or one-on-ones, masterminds. There's different services as well, like customized business solutions, so like funnels, marketing strategies. Basically a bunch of different things. So understanding that, right? So there are influencers or social media brands that sell these products. Now, creating, say, your own online mentorship or online coaching program is not fucking something you can just do when you're a beginner, when you're still trying to make money online. You have no knowledge. Like, what value do you have to provide starting your own fucking one-on-one coaching program for 10 grand, right? So understanding this, and also understanding, people like Iman Ghazi, Andrew Tate, Luke Belmar, Jordan, they all have their own high ticket program. This shit's like all of theirs is like over $10,000, right? So these are the people that are actually selling this shit. Now we go back over here. Instead of creating your own, like I was saying, you just want to find your own, right? But where the fuck do you find these? Now, let me show you a good example. These are three creators. That all sell mentorships that are over 5 figures. Okay, this guy's is like over 10. This guy's over 10. They're all over 10. I think this guy's is 20, right? Now, because you're not Alex Sedlak, you're not Nathan Nazareth with 500,000 followers, you're not Jordan Bound with fucking 350,000 followers, you're not him, right? So how can we take advantage of all these people selling courses, selling mentorships, selling all these high ticket digital products, is by working with them, whether you're taking care of their sales or taking care of their marketing. So there's 3 different ways you can do this. You got appointment setting, which is basically someone's going to come across their DMs. Let me just show you real quickly. Wait. This will be easier. So someone will come across his page, right, from the content, like we were talking about Client Fit, right? So they'll come across his content, they'll see his whole brand, they'll see that he makes money online, and they'll DM him the word start, right, to get one-on-one e-com coaching. So he sells dropshipping e-com coaching programs, right? So you're going to message him, and then what's going to happen is you're going to get answered by a DM setter. Appointment setter, a DM setter, right? That's where you come in. You're going to be answering his DMs for him and booking in appointments for people that actually qualify to buy his ecom one-on-one mentorship, right? So that's one of the ways you can take advantage of that. A second way is remote closing. Now, sorry, I forgot I fucking did a better breakdown here, but yeah, you work with the influencer, booking appointments, and receive 5% commissions. Now, remote closing is the people that hop on calls with the calls that were booked with the prospects, right? So, appointment setter books in the calls, the remote closer hops on those calls and closes them, and in return, you're going to get 10% commission for remote closing. You're going to get a 5% commission for appointment setting if that deal closes. And that way, say the product was worth $10,000, you just made $500 literally just sending DMs, or you just made $1,000 from selling one fucking mentorship or one program. And the thing is as well, is with remote closing, you have no issues with like needing to fulfill the product or anything. All your job is to do is hop on a sales call, close that guy, and then you make $1,000, right? Now, most sales calls, they literally go from 30 to 45 minutes. So the idea behind hopping on like, a few a day and closing those guys, if you got really good at closing, you could make a couple of grand per day. And it's something I've been trying to work on, something I've been, trying to get good at is really just remote closing and appointment setting right now. And be able to do that. Now, content creation is another way you can take advantage of these people that sell, these programs. You can be some sort of affiliate for it and basically help get attention to their program. Now, you get a much larger percentage. Some people get at least 15% of the, total cash collected of the mentorship. So again, say it was $10,000, you would literally collect $1,500 minimum just from basically saying, yo, buy this. You didn't have to do anything else. You just created content, you had your own personal brand, and you just said, buy this mentorship, I recommend it, and you collect commission off that. So being an affiliate, doing content creation, or even managing the content team, which is something I've personally done as well, which is say he's got obviously his content all being pumped out, but managing the team to put the content out for him is also a way I've made money. And yeah, you can collect some pretty good money off that as well. So there's multiple different ways. The biggest realization I come to is everyone in the fucking world is selling courses these days. It's no fucking surprise, right? But how can we take advantage of this even if you don't want to post your face online? Appointment setting and remote closing are by far the best ways to do this, right? This shit is, all these courses and stuff, they're so in high demand. It's like, would you not want a piece of the pie, right? So something I realized since being able to do this, like I've been able to make, this is just selling, like pretty much doing content. I've been able to make over $35,000. It's actually a lot higher than this. It's been like, I would say like $40,000 to $50,000 literally just posting content. And then I've also like been able to close offers from between $9,000 to $5,000 to $1,000. I've been able to close, like just people on different offers, different deals, working with different companies. So that's sort of been my results as well, just doing that. And that's what I still do to this day. Is my whole way of making money is I basically honed on learning sales and marketing, which is the main two biggest business skills that you need to run any business, is just getting good at sales and marketing. And that way now I use those skills to leverage just making money, bro. Like business will come to me and go like, yo, I want you to help sell my product. I want you to help market or promote my product or service, and I'll pay you a commission off that, or I will pay you $1,000 or $2,000 to do that for just one time, right? So because I've been able to learn sales and marketing business skills rather than learning a business model like I was before, my SMMA, my dropshipping and whatever, I've literally just focused on skills, and now I can just literally make money just because people are like, oh, yo, fuck, like, you know how to do that. Can you please help me do that? Or you have a personal brand now. Can you promote this for me? Shit like that. I'm telling you, it sounds simple, but it's not easy. Like, it's not, again, like I was saying at the start of the video, it's not like, okay, you learn these skills overnight or you become a millionaire overnight. It's not a get rich quick scheme. I don't believe in that shit. It's all bullshit, bro. Learn proper business skills. The thing is with all these business models and all this like bullshit, drop shipping, SMMA, whatever the fuck happens, right? Say all of a sudden a business model doesn't work, drop shipping becomes too oversaturated, and that's all you knew, then you're cooked, right? Whereas if you actually learn proper business skills, no matter what business you get yourself into, you're always equipped with the right skills to make that shit successful. So that was probably by far my biggest fucking lesson, was just learning skills, man. Just learning fucking skills. And from that point, because I know how to sell and I know how to market, I can go start my own business, which I'm sure I will very, very soon, and just run it that way, right? So yeah, man, that's basically the breakdown of my entire journey. If I were to recommend anyone to get started in something, it's going to be get good at sales and marketing, okay? I stand by that. I'm not going to sit here and say that it suits everyone, but that's what I recommend from my personal experience, from trialing multiple different business models. And that's just where I've gotten to the point where I'm at today, you know? So yeah, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll link my IG and my bio. If you want to learn more about how I make money online, how I was able to make, lots and lots of money, I've been off a job site for 6 months now. I'm just like yourself. Like I'm not a special person or anything. I literally dropped out of school at 16 years old. And yeah, I'm just a regular guy. I promise. And we can have a conversation if you're interested. Just shoot me a DM on IG and let's talk from there. If you're interested in what I do, reach out to me. But thank you guys for watching and talk soon.